Hi and welcome to my channel. Today is the beginning of a very special series of 8 readings which I'm doing in the lead up to this year's 888 portal. Now the 888 portal is happening on the 8th of August 2024, being this year 2024, adding up to an 8. So it is the 888 portal. This portal is the beginning of the spiritual new year. It aligns the sun, which will be in Leo, with Sirius, Orion's belt, and Earth. Now, the 888 portal is an activation where the past meets the future. It's an energetic spiritual moment of clarity where we recognize the connection between the past and the present, in and around the karmic cycles that we have been in, gaining a spiritual understanding of the links between those. Now, previous 888 portals, because they only happen every 9 years, I'm going to go back. So 1970, 1988, 1997, 2006, 2015, 2024, and the next one won't happen until 2033. Now, the number 8 is karma. So we all learn lessons in life, but for me, these 888 portals are the biggest spiritual lessons that we learn. There are 3 cards in the tarot, and these actually align with placements, with the astrology placements at the time. So we've got 3 8s here, 888. The first is the Strength card, which is the Sun in Leo. The Strength card represents Leo. Obviously, there's a lion on there, and I've drawn the infinity symbol, which is the 8. So the Strength card. Then we have the 8 of Swords, which is Jupiter in Gemini. The things that bind, the lessons that we learn, how we're stuck in the lessons that we learn, and when we get the strength to understand them on a spiritual level, because the 8 of Swords is being bound. Once you have the strength to understand them, you understand them on a spiritual level. The 8 of Cups, which is Saturn in Pisces, which is another placement that's currently happening at the moment, from June through until the end of November. Saturn is in Pisces. It's a pause where we take a look and reflect on the spiritual nature of things that have happened in the past in order to understand them, unbind ourselves, and be able to walk away from them. The Strength card, the 8 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. Now, a perfect example of this particular 888 activation, 888 portal, it's called the Lionsgate portal, playing out is in the movie Back to the Future. Now, Michael J. Fox was the character, or was the actor who played that role. And when they were trying to get him to play that role, he was actually contracted on another job. He was on Family Ties, and they wouldn't release him. So they brought a different actor in, I think Eric Stoltz. They brought a different actor in, and it didn't work out. And the universe realigned and found a way for Michael J. Fox to play that role. He was always meant to play that role. Now, that movie was released in 1985, and obviously then we had Back to the Future 2 and Back to the Future 3. So between 1985 and 1990, those 3 movies were released. Now, 1988 was one of those 888 portals. That movie, as we heard Chris Martin say, and if you're not aware, Michael J. Fox, a couple of weeks ago, was invited by the band Coldplay to play with them on stage at Glastonbury. They played the song Fix You. Michael J. Fox has Parkinson's disease. And Chris Martin said while he was on stage with Michael J. Fox, that movie Back to the Future inspired them to form the band Coldplay. Something from the past connecting to something from the future. Ironically, Coldplay was formed in 1997, which again was another year of the 888 portal. And this year, 2024, when they invited him to play with them on stage at Glastonbury, is again another 888 portal year. As I said, that role was always meant to be played by Michael J. Fox. And if we look at the Strength card, it closed the loop from the start to the end of that spiritual journey between those 2 parties. Now, I picked up this card for a reason. The Sun in Leo, the Strength card. gives us the strength to unbind ourselves from the past to walk towards our future. Michael J. Fox is an amazing actor, but that wasn't meant to be the biggest role he played in his life. His spiritual journey began, and as I said, the 8-8 portal, or the 888 portal, is the beginning of the spiritual new year. His biggest role in life was meant to be an activist for Parkinson's disease. That man, that incredible man, has raised over $2 billion in Parkinson's research in the last 30 years. His acting career was a catalyst to an even bigger spiritual role. So as I go through these readings, these 8 readings that I'm going to do, I'm going to be tapping into energies of this realignment as part of this 888 portal, this realignment that we will go through, or that we have been going through. And my aim is that you will be able to reflect back on things that have happened to you previously and connect them with the future. Now, in that movie, Back to the Future, the DeLorean, to time travel, ironically, had to go 88 miles an hour. So finally, what I'm going to do is, these are a set of activation cards. Now, if you've not been to my channel before, welcome. I'm an intuitive tarot reader, but I'm also an illustrator, and part of my own spiritual journey has been to connect my intuitive side with my creative side. So last year, in the 8-8 portal last year, I created a range of cards. All of the cards I use on my channel are my own designs, my own illustrations, but specifically last year in the 8-8 portal, I created a range of activation cards. This is called my 888 activation deck, and if you are interested in any of my cards, the links to them can be found in the description box. But this particular range of cards, 8 separate designs. Now these are large format, so when I draw them initially, they are huge big pieces of art, and then obviously they're condensed down. Now each card has a specific meaning, and they are going to be each of the 8 readings that I do. I drew them with the intention of doing this reading at this point in time. So this intro I will use at the beginning of all of those 8 readings. They've all been recorded now, and the first one will go up today, and they will be released over the next 8 days. 1 reading each day for the next 8 days. So I'll also put them in a 888 Lionsgate activation playlist that you can find if you're wanting to go back and have a look at any of the other readings. I really enjoyed doing these readings. As I said, they've all been recorded. Some of my most favorite readings that I've done. So please take the time to have a look at those. Lots and lots of information in there, which may give you clarity as to the spiritual journey that you've been on and where it connects the past, the present, and potentially the future. So I will see you in your reading. Hi, and welcome to this reading. You are the 6th reading in my series of 8 readings that I'm doing in the lead up to the 888 portal using my 888 activation deck. Now, you've obviously come from the intro. That intro was recorded and used across all 8 readings. So if you have skipped the intro, these readings are being done using my 888 activation cards. The card that I've chosen for your reading is Bloom. Now, these are artworks I did back in August of 2023 during the 8-8 portal, with the intent of using them in the lead up to the 888 portal this year. Now, as I said, if you have missed the intro, this 888 portal, the 8th of August 2024, because 2024 adds up to an 8, only happens in certain years. So I'm going to go back, and this is the first one that I've actually gone back further than the others. So the years of 1934, 1943, 1952, 1961, 1970, 1988, 1997, 2006, 2015, and of course this year, 2024. The number 8 is the number of karma. This year is the year of karmic rewards, karmic abundance, karmic lessons learnt. And also with Saturn currently in Pisces, so Saturn went into Pisces in June of this year and will stay in Pisces until the end of November. Saturn is your karmic teacher. Now, Saturn is currently in retrograde in Pisces, which means we are all collectively pausing and taking a look back on the lessons that we have learned spiritually. Now, as I said, those 888 portals only happen every couple of years. Every 9 years, I'm just doing the math. So for me, I'm seeing links between previous 888 portals, karmic links between. And if you did listen to the intro, and actually the reading yesterday touched on specifically the link between Coldplay and Michael J. Fox, one of those years was 1997. Now there is a link between Coldplay and Michael J. Fox because that band that was inspired by the movie Back to the Future was formed in 1997, which was a 888 year. What I'm picking up on from this reading, for this reading, is a link that you've had with somebody in your life. Now, it is somebody, and I was picking up on this very, very strongly. It's somebody, a nurturing figure in your life that is no longer in your life, most likely because they have passed away. As I was preparing for this reading, I was hearing the song from Dear Evan Hansen, For Forever. Now that song is about somebody who has taken their own life, and the movie plays out, the storyline plays out about the connection between these two people and the lessons that the main character learns about himself in regards to his connection with that person. I was also hearing the line, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. This particular connection that I'm picking up on is one of a nurturing connection, a karmic connection. Now, often when you hear the word karmic, people think it's a bad thing, but karma, Saturn, in your birth chart, is your teacher. It's the lessons that you learn in life, whether they're good or bad. This particular connection that I'm picking up on is a connection between two people where one person is the student and one person is the teacher. And potentially in that relationship dynamic, because if we think of a karmic loop, there's a shift where one person who previously was the teacher becomes the student, and the student becomes the teacher. So when I was doing a pre-shuffle, there was a few cards that wanted to show themselves. The first one was the devil. Now, the interesting thing is, you think of the devil and you think of it as bad. Now, it's a card of Capricorn, but Capricorn is the card of Saturn. Saturn is your karmic teacher. When I was being organized for this reading, my daughter popped out into the kitchen, so I was making cinnamon scrolls. And she was showing me something that she had seen on TikTok about all of these people who had passed away. It's called the 27 Club. People who had passed away. And there's a link between the Saturn return, which happens between the ages of 27 and 30, in your late 50s, and also in your late 80s. It's basically a time when Saturn, wherever Saturn was at the time of your birth, transits back into, and I think it happens every 29 and a half years, roughly, depending on when you were born in the year, transits back into the same position that it was when you were born. And it is a time where you are going through a major shift in your life, reevaluating your karmic lessons, and potentially the karmic lessons that you have had with this individual. Now that card, that particular card is called Bloom. When you learn things, a learning is a lesson. When you learn things, you bloom. The karmic lessons that you learn with this person that allow you to bloom. So we have the devil. I had the song. I'm not sure why this song's come out. Closer by Neo. Turn the lights off in this place and she shines just like a star. And I swear I know her face. I just don't know who you are. Turn the music up in here. I still hear her loud and clear. Like she's right there in my ear, telling me that she wants to own me, to control me. Come closer, come closer. Now, She wants to own me, to control me. The other meaning of the card, the Devil card, is toxicity. Perhaps the karmic lessons that you learn through your connection with this person, that once you learn and understand them, you can break free of. We also had the angel, number 61, Humabel, confidence. You can break free of. Actually, there we go. You can break free of. And I don't normally read the cards backwards. That might be of significance to you. I normally read them from left to right. For some reason, I'm reading them backwards. Confidence, Humabel, is the angel of confidence. Now, 61 adds up to a 7. That number might be significant. But to give you more information about this angel, it's connected with Psalm 113-2, if that is of interest to you. Take that as it resonates. This particular angel has a connection with people who have a sensitive heart, where love will cause them grief. It's the soul guardian. This angel is the soul guardian for people born from 8 p.m. to 8:20 p.m. The moral guardian for those born the 19th of May, the 30th of July, the 10th of October, the 21st of December, or the 3rd of March, and the physical guardian for those born the 14th to the 18th of January. Now, those dates don't have to be the date that you were born or this person was born. They may have a significance to the connection that you have with this person. 61, Humabel, that angel is watching over you and this person, whether they are on the earthly plane or not. Why? Because this connection is protected. Now, that was something that was coming through really, really strongly prior to this reading, was that anybody that you have a karmic connection with, a soul connection with, where one person is the student and one person is the teacher, where there are lessons to be learnt, that connection is protected, because we're not meant to come. It's called Earth School. We're not meant to come here just to have fun. We're actually meant to come here to learn. So these connections are protected. And specifically if it's a connection about somebody who's passed away, somebody that you've lost, they are big, earth-shattering connections, which is why we have the angel here that protects a sensitive heart from the grief that they have from a lost love. Now, it could be a pet, it could be a family member, it could be a close friend, it could be a partner, somebody that you have lost. The other thing that's happening at the moment is the North Node is in Aries and the South Node is currently in Libra. So the South Node and the North Node went into those signs back in the middle of last year. The South Node, which is things that we are letting go of, is in Libra. Libra is relationships. So when the South Node is in Libra, it's letting go of relationships that are in the physical, toxicity in relationships that are in the physical, but it also can be letting go of relationships where one person leaves the earthly plane. So if you had somebody pass away in the past 18 months, you've got this angel walking with you, Humabel, and you are protected. And this relationship, and a lot of the songs that came through when I did my random shuffle were all about angels and stars. This person, this relationship is a never-ending relationship. This person, once they leave the earthly plane, becomes your teacher, your guide, because this relationship is protected. Okay, they're going to help you bloom. Even that, I still hear her loud and clear, like she's right there in my ear. And I swear I know her face, I just don't know who you are. That's why that song came through. They're your guardian angel. Oh my God, I've just got, all the hairs just stood up on my head. They're your guardian angel. They're going to continue teaching you lessons as your guardian angel. Give him a bell. How beautiful is that? Now, let me just have a look at my notes and just see if there's anything else. So I got the song Angel by Hallie. Dream a little dream. This guardian angel, this person is coming to you in your dreams, helping you through your karmic lessons. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Death and rebirth. Now, I got a song from Natalie Merchant, but not for me. And I don't understand the significance of it, but I'm just going to put it there because it may be for somebody. As I said, For Forever, and that was from the movie Dear Evan Hansen. I heard, please wait for me. If you're worried that this connection with this person or pet, is gone forever, it's not. You are connected, always connected. When I was doing the pre-shuffle for the reading, my hands, it's cold here today, but my hands were frozen. This person may have had really cold hands. Or you might have cold hands at the moment, cold fingers. It was almost like I couldn't feel the cards. I was shuffling the cards and it was this funny sensation because my hands were so cold. Like I said, I was baking cinnamon scrolls. Very, very nurturing, loving connection. You might have baked with this person, or you might have enjoyed sitting down and eating with this person. The other thing I was getting was the death of somebody releases you from karmic contracts that you have with other people. So if the passing of this person connects you with somebody toxic in your life, when this person passes away, that toxic connection is released. That's for somebody. Okay, let's get some cards. I thought my candle had gone out. It hasn't gone out yet. Four of Cups, disappointment. That's that Natalie Merchant song, actually. In that song, she talks about everybody around her is getting all the things that she wants, but she can't have it, or she doesn't have it. Disappointment, the Four of Cups. That's the moon in Cancer. Perhaps the feeling that, maybe a questioning of, why is it me that has to lose someone that I love when everybody else has it? What did I do wrong? What these cards are saying is you actually haven't lost this person. Currently, and through this 888 portal, Saturn is in Pisces. Now, Saturn is the number 8. That card is number 8, Saturn in Pisces. It's the 8 of Cups, somebody walking away, somebody walking away from your life, as in somebody passing away. That is, Saturn is your karmic teacher. I remember whether I said it in this reading or not. Saturn is your karmic teacher, so the devil is Saturn. And next year, Pisces, so Saturn in Pisces, Pisces goes into the North Node. Pisces is spirituality. It's almost like this alignment of this person passing away. It's almost a transition point for them becoming your teacher from another realm. Saturn in Pisces. Your teacher, your spiritual teacher. But when the North Node goes into Pisces in January next year, with that focus on spirituality, your spiritual teacher, that transition, death and rebirth, a transformation of how this person presents in your life. So it may come across to you as a disappointment that they're no longer here. Please wait for me. But in actual fact, they're not going anywhere. They're coming back. As a guide. The Knight of Pentacles. Look, he's up behind her with his hands on her shoulders. As a guide, they're standing behind you. The Knight of Pentacles is Saturn in Capricorn. Saturn is your karmic teacher. They're there to guide you. And Capricorn, well, Pentacles are slow moving. They're there for the long haul. They were with you in life, but they're also with you in death. With you in spirit. Never left your side is just what I heard. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. I've just got goosebumps all over my head. Like the hair on my head is just standing up. This relationship, this card, this bloom card, it's blossoming again, but it's in a different form. Six of Wands, that's victory after a long battle. That is Jupiter in Leo. This person might have had a long battle. Disappointment after disappointment. That's a truth. Ace of Swords is a truth. A long battle. And perhaps their passing in the world of divine timing, their passing was because you had learned what you needed to learn from them on this earthly plane. Now it's time for you to walk on your own. And they're still there to guide you, but now perhaps you are making the decisions. Nine of Swords, that did try and come out before. Nine of Swords is up at night. That's sorrow. Mars in Gemini. The sorrow that on the bottom of the deck, the sorrow that you hide. New beginning underneath that. A new beginning for you, a life, essentially a life without them. But they're here to tell you they ain't going no. They haven't gone anywhere. They're right there beside you. Four of Cups. I always think that, you know, when you've got people that have passed away, and probably highly inappropriate, but I think, you know, if they are there and they're around, are they there when we're on the toilet? Like, yeah. It's a random thing to think, but I'm sure other people have that thought as well. Ten of Wands. Are they really standing there when I'm on the toilet? Ten of Wands. Disappointment. Heavy burdens and disappointment. Ten of Wands is lessons that you learned. Lessons that you learned in this lifetime with this person. And perhaps this Nine of Swords here is, how am I going to make it through without this person as my physical guide? Well, they're not gone anywhere. And it's because when the student, oh, wow, Nine of Swords. Page of Pentacles is a card of the student. When the student is ready was what I was about to say. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. You're worried that now with this person gone, how are you going to navigate life without them? You're worried, how are you going to work through your life lessons on your own? They're there, behind you, hands on your shoulders. In that song, I swear I know her face, I just don't know who you are. You might be able to feel them. I still hear her loud and clear, like she's right there in my ear. Why? Because this spiritual karmic connection that you have with this person is protected. Six of Swords, they've just moved on to a different realm, to a different state of being. Six of Swords is Mercury in Aquarius. That is a card of moving on to calmer waters. So for example, if this particular card, so we had the Six of Swords, which is victory after a long battle, heavy burdens. If this person, if their physical body had given way, had given up, their soul doesn't die. It just moves on to a calmer place. Hear that plane? They're flying high. That they're free. They move on to a calmer place. Free of those heavy burdens. They don't have to worry about their physical body anymore. They're just this soul. And now they can come back and literally sit on your shoulder. How beautiful is that? The world. The world is Saturn. The end of a cycle. The end of a cycle with this person in physical form. But Saturn is the last card in the tarot deck. And we did see the Fool come out before. The Fool, there he is there. The Fool is the first card. It's the beginning. It's the new cycle. A new beginning, a new type of relationship with this person where they are now your spiritual teacher, connected intrinsically to you by this soul bond that you have, the world. To me, this connection is a connection that literally loops around in every lifetime. And the Five of Cups, that's a sadness. But you don't need to be sad. And that card there, I don't know why it's there. Oh my God, I know I'm gonna cry. Just let me catch my breath. There's no need to cry. That's the card of the angel. That's the Temperance angel. This person is now your angel. Wheel of Fortune underneath. Beside you, the Wheel of Fortune is luck. Beside you as your lucky charm, look, the Devil and the Angel. Sorry, I just got all teary. Tarot sometimes is so beautiful. The Temperance angel sitting over the top of the truth, sitting over the top of Saturn, your teacher, your karmic. They're teaching you. When the student is ready, when you are ready for your spiritual lessons, when the student is ready, the teacher, the angel appears. I've never had a reading like this. This is beautiful. Yeah, Five of Cups on the bottom. You don't need to be sad. Mars in Scorpio. Scorpio is death and rebirth. The Knight of Swords. Mars in Aquarius. It's a truth. These cards are saying this is a truth. Okay, normally I would get one for each, but I'm just going to take those three. The Hermit, which is Chiron and Virgo, number 9. The Hermit is often what we do, where we retreat to, our internal shell. We pull down the shutters when we have lost somebody, when we are in extraordinary pain, trapped in that pain, that heartbreak, that pain. The victory here is that for this person, after this long battle that they've been in, they are now released and they are an angel. And the victory for you is that you don't need to be trapped in this Five of Cups pain anymore, because, what's that under there? I'll pull it out in a minute. Because this person is still with you. They haven't gone anywhere. This is the most beautiful reading. And I hope for whoever this is for, the messages that you need to receive, you are receiving. The Seven of Pentacles, Saturn in Taurus. Taurus is Mother Earth. As I said before, this was a nurturing connection. The seeds that you planted with this person in the earthly realm will continue to grow, bloom in the higher realm. Seven of Pentacles is about the seeds that you plant with somebody. Oh my goodness me. The Seven of Pentacles, the seeds that you plant. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is my card for Mother Mary. I'm just trying to catch my breath again. This person might have a connection, a spiritual connection with Mother Mary. You may have a connection with Mother Mary. Their name could be Mary, Miriam, Maria, any other version of Mary that there is. I'm just thinking if there is any other. Mary, Maria, Miriam, Mary, Mariam. Mary is also the star of the sea, or Stella Maris. Could be a middle name of the person. But whatever this is a kind Mother Mary. This is a kind, caring connection, nurturing connection that you had with this person, where seeds were planted in this life, and most likely in many lives previous. But those seeds rebloom into something else when this person leaves the earthly plane and becomes an angel, your teacher. Okay, I'm going to get some messages from your guides, your ancestors. What do they want to tell you about this connection? The truth is being revealed. The truth is being revealed about the spiritual nature of this connection through these cards. Rest, work, life balance. You're being told to take care of yourself. There's something that you're doing at the moment where maybe you're not getting enough sleep. We've had two Nine of Swords there, where you're not taking care of yourself. And it can be something as simple of, and at the moment, you know, I'm not sleeping at the moment. Things keep you up at night, whether it's thoughts, whether it's sadness, whatever it is. But just doing little things like forcing yourself, going and having a nice hot shower, getting into your pajamas, hopping into bed earlier than you normally would, switching your phone off. I know that's hard to do. Making yourself a cup of chamomile tea before you go to bed. Chamomile tea not only relaxes your mind, but it actually relaxes all the muscles in your body. Running yourself a bath. And a huge tip, you know, if you are still in the throes of this sadness, an amazing tip that somebody gave me years ago when I had a loss was to hop in the shower. Turn the shower on. If you need to put music on in the shower, I couldn't cry in front of anybody. I really just wanted to howl, to bawl my eyes out. And the suggestion was hop in the shower, turn the music on really loud so no one can hear you, cry your eyes out in the shower, and watch your tears run down the drain. And I tell you, it was the most cathartic thing I've ever done. It was a relief. So if that's something that can help you, but rest, work, life balance, you need to take care of yourself at the moment. Whatever you're doing is toxic for your body. If this is grief that you're managing, however you are managing your grief is not good for your body. I think this person's heavy burdens. Nine of Swords, that's heavy burdens. However you are managing your grief is not good for your body. Inner wisdom. Trust your gut. If this person has passed, this is this guidance they're giving you. Listen and silent is spelt the same. Well, it's used the same letters, but it is about taking time to just sit in the stillness. Put some meditation music on. Do what it is, whatever it is that you have to do. Delays. There isn't a timeline on healing. Somebody says, how long is it going to take? My response would be, it takes as long as it takes. Struggling with personality patterns. Maybe you're impatient and you want it. You want to heal this hurt faster than it's happening. Joyous resolution. It will heal, but it will heal in its own time. Baby steps. Just take one day at a time. If it's really raw, take 1 hour at a time. Okay, let's have a look at, now that wants to come out. What angel? 38, divine rewards. What angel is walking with you? $29, liberation and defender of spiritual truth. You'll be liberated from this sadness when you recognize, and perhaps you've started to recognize now that you've got this information, that this is a spiritual connection where the tie cannot be broken. A spiritual truth. The truth is being revealed. And perhaps now you know that this person is with you and will always be with you as your guide, your teacher, your angel. It frees you from this Nine of Swords, this heartbreak. And if this is the beginning of a spiritual journey, what I would say to you is 36, Menadel, protects your employment and preserves your livelihood. Perhaps you need rest, work-life balance. Perhaps you need to take some time off. And even if you think that you can't, you're not going to get time off if you don't ask for it. You're being told to take some time off. You will find your own ways to connect with this person in terms of getting guidance from them. It may be just inner wisdom built on Seven of Pentacles from the things that they taught you when they were in this earthly plane. Messages come through. So somebody who is your guide, your angel, they will connect with you through things that they know and understand about you. Potentially situations, scenarios that you experienced together, books that you read, movies that you read, music that you listened to together. That's how they connect with you. They can't send you a text message. So you've just got to trust your guidance, that inner wisdom. And starting a spiritual connection with somebody, with a guide, is baby steps. Number 2, Jalil, love and defends injustice. They'll be walking with you, especially at times when you need them the most. Injustice. But just guiding you in a different way. $64. Animals. I thought that card might come out. Now, that song, Sad Forever. That song, For Forever. Not sad forever. You won't be sad forever. Things that come out of my mouth come out the way that they're meant to. That song, For Forever, I've actually put it as the backdrop music to a reel that I made on one of my social media accounts for my dog. All we see is light for forever. Two friends on a perfect day. And it was when I'd gotten up in the morning, one morning, and I was walking my dog, and he was looking up at the sun, and he was just so excited and happy to be out going for a walk. Animals. As I said, this could be the loss of a pet. Two friends on a perfect day. Something about this connection where there is a student and a teacher. Now, if I'm talking about my dog, and obviously he's still here, but I'm nearly 50. For 45 years of my life, I've been petrified of dogs. And that little dog came into my life a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, and he was my teacher. He taught me how not to be fearful of dogs. And so now I'm not afraid of dogs anymore. These connections, these spiritual connections that you have with people or with animals, they can't be broken. And I know that I've had a connection with him in previous lifetimes. That's beautiful. 24, general protection. As I said before, we have the protection card here. This relationship, because of the spiritual karmic lessons that you learn within it, is protected. And again, all the hairs on my head are standing up. Right, let's get you a Nodes of Destiny card. So all of this may be activated in the 888 portal. A lot of this insight, maybe if there's a lot of information coming through in this reading, save it and come back and watch it again. South Node in Leo. Leo, South Node is like having a heart that just can't sit still, always wandering. These big-hearted souls fear being invisible unless they shine like rare diamonds. It's where we feel cozy spiritually. The key to unlocking our growth lies in letting go. Okay, so what this is saying is, this is your South Node, your comfort zone. This is a time for you to almost pop back into hermit mode. These big-hearted souls fear being invisible unless they shine like rare diamonds. Maybe, are you going out too much? Are you trying to do too many things to take your mind off a heartbreak that you possibly have been in? This is saying to you that you actually need to stop, that listen and silent. You need to get into the silence, and it might be painful to do that, and maybe that's why you're avoiding it. But it's going to help. Maybe help you connect. North Node, that's where we are headed. North Node in Libra. If your North Node hangs out in Libra, your life mission is all about juggling self-care with spreading the love around. Self-care, rest, work-life balance. Libra North Noders shine brightest when they dive into teamwork, socializing, and making connections with their tribe. Your life mission is about juggling self-care with spreading the love around. Perhaps you are trying to care for other people who are feeling the loss of this person as well. And you're just being told to pull back. South Node in Virgo is all work and no play. Thanks to Mercury's labor vibes, it's like thinking earning is safer than receiving, believing you can't accept gifts, and that trust is a rare gem. It's where we cozy up spiritually, but to sprout, we must bid farewell to our old ways. Okay, so when the North Node goes into Pisces in January next year, that is about focusing on spirituality, this connection, a spiritual connection that you have with yourself and other people that has been almost activated by this 888 portal and activated by the fact that Saturn is currently in Pisces. When the North Node goes into Pisces in January next year, it means that the South Node is in Virgo. Thanks to Labor's Mercury vibes, it's like thinking earning is safer than receiving. So what this is saying is, as we push through into next year, don't ignore the spiritual wisdom, the inner wisdom that's coming through to you about connecting with spirituality because of the passing of this person. Don't Throw yourself headfirst into work-life balance. Because this is a time in your life where you are meant to be accessing your spirituality, going down to the depths of your soul and juggling self-care. As I said before, you might be frightened of doing it because it's too painful. But that's where the diamonds lie. That's where the nuggets of wisdom lies. That's where this person is. And you are protected while you go through potentially a dark night of the soul. Because that often is what happens when we lose somebody. Wow, okay. Let's have a look. A moon oracle card. Wow, that flew out. That actually flew out into... That is a scarab beetle that my mother bought me. My mother, Mother Mary. My mother bought me in Egypt. Scarab beetles are death and rebirth, spiritual awakenings. These two cards have to do with a spiritual awakening that you potentially are about to go through. Once in a blue moon, dare to believe in the impossible. Now, the new moon, which is on the 21st of July, so this month, and I'm not sure whether this reading will be up before then, but the new moon, the full moon, something about the new moon. The full moon, which is happening on the 21st of July, it's a full moon in Capricorn, and it is a rare full moon because we have just had a full moon in Capricorn, and apparently they don't normally come in the same sign one after the other. It's a blue moon. Something rare about that moon. Now, full moons illuminate things. Spiritual enlightenment. Dare to believe in the impossible. Dare to believe that this person is still with you. Maybe you'll get some sort of sign. The moon waxes, inspiring the persistence of luminous dreams. There you go. You might get some sort of dream from messages coming in a dream from this person. As I said, they can't text you, they can't call you. They've got to give you information. And perhaps if you are almost boarded up in terms of you're trying to control the sadness of this person passing because it's too painful, they can connect with you in dreams because you're not putting up any barriers in your dreams. Okay, I'm gonna get another song. Anything else that we can get? Man, this reading, Out of Reach by Gabrielle. This reading this just got me in tears. And when you're looking at songs, you don't necessarily have to look at the lyrics of a song. Put your songs on random shuffle and see what comes through. Ask for some guidance. What do they want to tell you? Just look at the first 3 or 4 songs. It might be a message in the lyrics. It could be the name of the song. It could be the name of the band. It could be the name of the album. It could be the cover image of the song that reminds you something that connects you with this person. Out of reach, Gabrielle. Out of reach, because they're in heaven. That was the card that came out. I'll stand by you. Oh, why you look so sad. Tears are in your eyes. Come on and come to me now. Don't be ashamed to cry. Let me see you through, because I've seen the dark side too. When the night falls on you, you don't know what to do. Nothing you confess could make me love you less. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. I'm done. This is so beautiful. Okay, Let's get, this is my Love Messages Oracle deck. Just take these as they resonate. I'm asking, what would this person say to you if they could? I really don't know if you even care. Perhaps you're blocking off your emotions, your grief for this person because it's too painful. Or on the flip side, perhaps they're waiting for you, waiting for a sign from you because you think that they're not there, that they're gone, and they're waiting for you to give them the green light that they can start giving you messages. That they're already started. I'll stand by you. They want to connect with you. Don't be hasty. Baby steps. They want to connect with you, but they want to do it in a way that's slowly, slowly. Please have faith. They're telling you that they're there. Potentially part of, as I said, this transition of this person into this new phase, and for you too, into your new phase of not having them with you. But for this person, this new phase of their soul being, their soul evolution. They're taking baby steps too. It's new for them too. Path and purpose. But it is part of the journey that the two of you have been on in many lifetimes, I'm sensing. When I go quiet, it's because I hope you can feel the energy that's coming off these cards. I want you to put yourself first over work-life balance. Maybe this person will start giving you signs that they are around you when you've gotten a bit more balance in your life. Maybe you can't hear the spiritual messages that they are trying to send you when there's still imbalance, which is normal. Hidden feelings. Yeah, they can't tell you what they want you to feel while there's this imbalance. I know exactly how you feel when you look at me with those eyes. This person feels you. Soul awakening. You're going through a dark night of the soul. A reawakening of this connection, but as I said, in a different context, in a different way. One more. In a different way. I want a new beginning with you. A reconnection of this connection, but in a different format. I have a fear of rejection. And I'm feeling powerless. These are these feelings that come up. I have a fear of rejection is when somebody leaves us in a way that we have no control over. But as I said, they haven't actually left. They're still there. I'm going to pull that card right out. They're still there. Because the connection that you built, the seeds that you planted with this person whilst they were on the earthly plane, this nurturing connection, this Mother Mary connection that you built with this person has just transformed. Okay. Let's get some Scrabble tiles for you. In here, the girl with a pearl earring. Pearls are a symbol of moon. This information was hidden from you. Maybe you had an inkling, but it was hidden from you. In here is Scrabble tiles. Now, there are letters and numbers on each tile. I'm going to call out the letters and the numbers. Could be your first, middle, last initial, or that of this person. Something to do with the connection that you had with this person. And I keep saying person, but it could be an animal. It could be a pet. Let's say with this soul. Let's see what wants to come out. Okay. Now, just take them as they resonate. So we have a B and a 3, an E and a 1. You can pause the video if you want. Once I've got all the letters out, you can make words yourself. S and a 1, a Y and a 4, an X and an 8, a Q and a 10, an I and a 1, a Z and a 1, a K and a 5. Now I take the ones that are face up first. A W and a 4, a P and a 3, a U. Okay, my video actually cut out. I've done many readings today and my storage was full. So I'm taking it back to where I was. So we have an M and a 3, a V and a 4, a D and a 2, a T and a 1. Now we also had an R and a 1, a G and a 2, and finally an L and a 1. Now that was the one that was stood up on its side. For me, that's got a special meaning because it's not a flat surface with all these cards here. L is EL. Is the symbol of God. This is a God-ordained soul connection, spiritual connection that you have with this soul, with this person, with this pet, that's meant to in every lifetime. I thank you so much for allowing me to read this energy for you. Honestly, the most beautiful reading that I have ever done. And when I realized that the video had cut out, I was absolutely devastated because I thought that I had missed the majority of the reading. So I was so glad that it was only the last couple of minutes, the last couple of letters. Again, thank you so much for allowing me to read your energy. I wish you all the best on your spiritual journey. I'm so thrilled that the connection that you have with this soul is going to continue, that they are going to be your guide. I look forward to seeing you again in another reading, and I wish you all the best. Thanks for joining me.